Today begins the next chapter for Sidney Jean-Charles here in his road to the show in MLB 22, as he's been called up to AAA Memphis, one step closer to the big league level. Welcome back, everybody. After 12 episodes, 80 games at AA, Sidney Jean-Charles has become now the AAA center fielder. He hit .318 at AA, 100 hits exactly. 25 of those being doubles, 5 triples, 18 home runs. It was a lot of fun getting Sid to this point, but it definitely felt like, all right, let's get the call up going here. He is dominating these AA pitchers. Well, now he finds himself one step away from the show and will be part of a new team here. It's the Memphis Redbirds, and it looks like Sidney will slot into the cleanup spot here in all of the lineups. I had no idea you could even check this. But here is a look at the roster. We'll have an entirely new group of teammates, and I don't think anybody else has been called up from AA. By the way, some of you wanted to see the trades here in the organization this year, and we've made a lot of them for some well-known players. Christian Arroyo for Dakota Hudson, that's kind of a weird trade to me. Nick Pratto is a top prospect with the Royals. A lot of you pointed that out last episode. So we acquired him in the Jordan Hicks trade. We then got Steven Gonzalez. I forget what organization he's in now, but previously he was with the Twins. We do get Michael Givens. I'm a fan of him. And then we traded Jordan Walker for Anthony Santander. We got a solid big league hitter for a player who was hitting behind Sid at AA. Kind of interesting trade there. But now, let's take a look at how good this team is. Like, we've been so used to winning, and this team has been, you know, around 500 it looks like. 5 games back here in the AAA East Southeast. I do wonder, and let me know if you can still have your player traded without you, like, initiating it here in Road to the Show. That used to be basically a core feature. You'd get traded all the time.
Did I hear this right? AAA? One step from the big leagues? Really? Because he had a nice month in the AA level? Oh my goodness, now it gets to his head, and if he has a bad day, he's going to think he's back in AA. And if he has a good day, he's going to wait for the manager to call him into his office to say he's been promoted to the show. Oh my goodness, that's a little quick, will you please? Let him be seasoned a little more in AA before you do this. I hate this move.
I wonder what the cutscenes turn into if, like, you're a 10-time All-Star and just hit your 400th home run. Does he have anything to say about that? All right, first game at AAA, everybody. Memphis takes on Nashville. But yeah, back to what I was talking about with the trading. Can it just happen at any moment, or is it now, like, only if you request it? I have no idea. But I am ready to see Sid take his first AAA swings today. 2 on here in the first inning. This is what I like to see, and it looks like he did get to bat third after all, which is what I prefer. From Springfield to Memphis, AAA is here, and Sidney takes ball 1 low. There's a strike, a changeup at 80. I'm curious if I can already kind of feel the difficulty change in the level of pitcher. I've never thought AA was all that difficult. A lot of pitchers just kind of throwing over the plate or missing entirely. 2-1. And on the ground, his first swing is a ground ball double play. Well, that isn't how I wanted to see the first at-bat go, but at-bat number 2 gives him an opportunity to drive in his first run. Do we want to use a specific swing to do this? I'm okay going with the contact swing here. I do want to raise the contact, so if we can just poke one into the outfield, that'd be perfect. Ball 1. Wow, a generous call off the outside corner, and that is strike one. Not the worst call, just they don't usually call that one. Lined into center, down for a hit, and Sidney logs RBI number 1 at Memphis, driving in the first run of the day for either team. There's the first AAA hit. And he's going to be given another commemorative baseball. I'm not sure if I even stopped to check this out at AA. Also, I think one of his first AA hits was a home run. So I'm not sure you're getting that one back here in the show. Taking off early, this is lined into right field, and Sidney turns the corner. It's first and third with 2 away. Joshua Baez at the plate. Runner takes off, and the throw to second will end the inning. But hey, we get the first run with Sidney. Keston Hiura at the plate, so he's been playing a lot down here for the Brewers. Hiura in the air to center field. Here is Sidney. Oh, his first sequence in the outfield is an error. He overran it by a half step, and it just jumped out of his glove. What happened, Sidney? That's your first outfield impression here? This is not helping. Let's check this out again. That was a really strange animation. Overruns it by just a little, tries to reach back, and it just kind of drills him in the palm, and then it awkwardly goes through the glove. At least they didn't score after that, but you want to make up for that one. Sidney out in front, change up left, right over the middle. This is risky to keep him in with no energy. 76 pitches in. There's a ground ball. That's going to find the right field grass, and we'll try to go first to third, it looks like. And we do so successfully, 2 on. Here is Chandler Redmond. Manager says steal second. And there goes Sidney. Throw too late. First stolen base at AAA. He was 8 for 13 at AA. But I think that was like 8 successful in a row. 2 in scoring position now. Redmond broke the bat. A slow one that's misplayed at short. Why am I even pretending to score? No, he's out! Come on! You make one slight mistake there, and like you have to wait for all these animations to play out, and you can't just get back quickly. Gotta learn how to not make those base running mistakes in the first place. At least he caught this one. We head to the 7th inning, a very dominant start here for the Redbirds. We have 12 hits to Nashville's 3. It's 3-0. Runner on first for Sidney. And now 0-2. Missing outside, and the count has now run even. Missing twice with the fastball. Here's 2-2. In the air. Out towards center field. A long run, and they won't get to it. Sidney has extra bases. Turns the corner at second. It's an RBI triple. So there have been some miscues today, but 3 hits, 2 of them scoring runs. It's 4-0. And the Redbirds are victorious as they welcome Sidney Jean-Charles to their starting lineup. That's a really solid debut, and right away he is the MVP, going 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. A couple more milestones here for Sidney. Did lose some fielding here in the process. And here are all the milestones to this point after being a 3rd round pick. First AA hit was against Northwest Arkansas, and his home run came a few days later. And then his first 3 for 3 in that first week of playing, made the Futures game as a starter. Now, I don't know that we get to actually participate in the Futures game. Actually, it's in a few days here. I think it's the next thing we do. Okay, never mind. Let's, there it is, right there. We're going to play alongside Nick Prado, Zach Veen from the Rockies organization. Don't know all these players very well, but this is pretty cool. Also, that's a different Max Muncy, isn't it? Dodger Stadium is the home of the Futures game. I'm glad we're not missing out on this. If we had, I would have rather been, you know, having Sid called up a couple days later than when he did. So we missed out on the All-Star game, but the Futures game to me is a bit more interesting just to see all these other top prospects. So Mackenzie Gore takes the mound. I'm actually a little familiar with Mackenzie Gore because the next video I post in the Rockies franchise on my main channel has us playing a full game against Mackenzie Gore with the Padres. So that's a fun coincidence. Don't get to hit off of him, but here's a drive to center field. Sidney sent back. Not embarrassing himself in this sequence at least. So I guess this means we're going to be going up against Jack Leiter then with the Rangers. That'll be interesting. Pedro Leon at the plate. Now runners at the corners. 2 away. Gore trying to put up the 0. And that one is in the air out to center. Sidney going back. And he's there to put it away. Here is Sidney taking on Jack Leiter. Number 2 pick in the 2021 MLB draft. Strike 1 at 43. He was apparently also drafted in 2019 in the 20th round by the Yankees. There's the 12-6 in the dirt. Easy take. Ball 1 missing inside. Now the count favoring Sidney. Missing again, 3-1. Ooh, he cranked up the heat on that one. The previous fastballs were like 93. 3-2. I do feel like the pitch speed might be turned up a little bit more. Not the, like, velo of the pitches themselves, just the game can determine how fast the pitches come in. There's a whole pitch speed slider that I noticeably felt was quite low at AA. 3-2. Ooh, we couldn't make him pay for that one. Pitch number 9 here from Jack Leiter. On the ground, shot foul, and we'll see a 10th pitch. And it's in the air, right field and deep. Sidney Jean-Charles takes Leiter out into the bullpen. 1-0. Sidney showing he belongs here in the Futures game in his first professional season. He's played 1 game at AAA. And there's the new bat flip as well. Gotta love that. Adley Rushman there, admiring it from afar. 417 feet. I'm not sure if he's getting pulled at some point. Like in most All-Star games, you maybe get 1 or 2 at-bats. But number 2 here facing a new pitcher. That's inside. This is definitely faster. 95 actually looks somewhat challenging now. Gotta be ready for those fastballs. Ooh. At least we're getting a chance to see Sidney here as a righty and a lefty in the Futures game, but he falls behind Lacey. 1-2. Way up there, missing with the slider. Oh my, left field hit a ton. Does it have enough? Yes, it does! Sidney! His second homer of the day from each side of the plate. So we've seen him take Jack Leiter yard. Now he's taken Asa Lacy out to left field. He was a first-round pick, number 4 overall in the 2020 draft. Facing 2 of the highest drafted pitching prospects in the last 3 years. Sidney Jean-Charles has homered off 2 of them. And the fans want an encore. I feel like he should just be done after that. How do you top 2 for 2? George Kirby on the mound. Missing inside. Kirby was a first-round pick in 2019, 20th overall of the Mariners, and he's fallen behind. A little late on that swing, out to left, and finally retired. Kirby doing what the previous pitchers could not. They're giving Sidney a 4th at-bat today. McKinley Moore is the pitcher, and now we see 98, and we're behind it. Fly ball, left field. Sidney homers in his first 2 trips. They eventually get him to fly out a couple times, but that is such a fun Futures game moment here for Sid. I've been talking about, wanting more moments, and to me, that is the peak so far. He hasn't had like a big walk-off home run or anything, but to take 2 of the top pitching prospects yard in the Futures game in Dodger Stadium in front of a packed house, that's got to be the peak. It's a 2-0 win. The only 2 runs were Sidney solo shots. That is unbelievably cool. It would be cool if they also showed like his stats from that Futures game, but 2 home runs. Wasn't expecting anything quite like that. As far as the item program goes, we are at 49 of 100, so not too far away if we keep playing well here. I don't think that these tasks are all that different. Just stuff that happens pretty naturally. Perhaps here on the first off day, we should go to the practice field and try to get some of this fielding up. But the reaction has actually been the one rating I want to work on, because sometimes even though I push the left stick in the right direction, it just doesn't work. But I guess there is no option to increase that in training. So we'll take care of that and come out of the All-Star break ready for some more games at AAA. Pretty exciting start to the episode. Let's see how Sidney follows it up. Hopefully with some better defense. Here is a fly ball towards Sidney. Over into the gap, and it goes out of his glove again. We got a bad jump on it, and Sidney already has his 2nd error in his 2nd AAA game. What happened? I think Sid needs a new glove. What else could it be? Let's go bottom 2 now. Sidney's first at bat. And that is strike 1. How come all these minor league teams have been rebranded and they're all completely different than even 5 years ago or something? There's a lot of change here. Fouled off the fastball. Nice pitch. Well, that's a strike 3 looking. I can already feel it getting a little more difficult. Definitely. The velocity is going to make things a bit different. Sidney back in the field. We're top 3 scoreless. And he's going to chase after a base hit. If you're enjoying the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. You can hit the bell for notifications if you want to know the next time an episode is posted. And we're here, bottom 4, runner at first, and a challenge. I want, again, to go contact swing. The contact ratings are only in the 30s right now, even with, like, perks and whatnot helping out. So, trying to get extra progress there, and we won't do it with a swing like that. That one is a bit better, but a nice play at third to start the double play. Bases loaded. Gwinnett already has a 1-0 lead. Got to be ready here to throw home or to third base. Brock Holt, the batter. This is a drive into center. Should be an easy tagging opportunity, as Sidney doesn't screw anything up. We got to get some runs, though, and Sidney is at the plate in the 7th. Runner at first, and William Woods still in the game. He's only allowed 1 hit today. And as a team, Memphis has 3 errors. So it's not all Sidney's fault. But the defensive issues are continuing here at AAA. Ooh, that was a good pitch there with 2 strikes, but the fastball misses. 4 straight. Oh, come on, strike 3. Looking at the first 2 strikeouts here at AAA. We're getting one more chance, though. Down 1, bottom 9. Kirby Yates is on the mound. And Sidney represents the winning run with nobody out. Can't believe there isn't a challenge for this situation, but it's a big one. Outside, ball 1. This is the first home game in AAA Memphis for Sidney. Missing high, ball 2. Here's Yates. Missing again, it's a 3-0 count. I still think here with Sidney, green light if it's good enough. Just don't be wrong. 3-0 from Yates. Missing low. A 4-pitch walk, and Sidney will get Chandler Redmond to the plate. Redbirds trying to walk this one off. Yates ahead, 0-2. Got him with the fastball. 1 down. Ali Sanchez, the catcher at the plate, only hitting 130 on the season. And Yates is ahead, 1-2. In the air, hit to right field. The runner at second setting up for a tag, but he won't leave the base. 2 down. Yates recovering, trying to close it out. Here is Anderson Tejada, hitting 200 on the year with 6 homers and 23 RBIs. 2-2 count from Kirby Yates. That's hit in the air, down the line, and left a fair ball. And a run will score. Sidney gets to third, and we have tied this game. Yates blows the save. That was kind of reckless going into third like that. I want to see the replay, because I was sure they'd just throw it home. But handling the camera in here is something I'm having a bit of trouble with. The throw did go home. It did not cut it off. There we go. So it ended up working out pretty well for us. Thomas Burrows, new pitcher in to face Irving Lopez. 1-2. Grounded to first. And that'll end the 9th. But Memphis gets the game all tied up. We go to extra innings and win it in the 10th inning with an RBI hit. Nice comeback there for the Redbirds. Sidney didn't have the biggest hit there, but they also refused to throw him a strike. So I'm imagining Sidney plays the rest of his season at AAA. But I wonder if he does get a spring invite to spring training. Depends if he's on the 40-man roster here in MLB The Show. And I don't know if he is on the 40-man, so I could just check that, but I wouldn't think that he's there yet. He wouldn't have started on the 40-man, I don't think. But they could do things a bit differently in Road to the Show to get you spring training action or make it a little bit quicker. All right, we are going for a new challenge today, everybody. We've homered off 2 star prospects, gotten called up to AAA. Here's Sydney gonna throw to the pitcher here. He can't quite challenge that one. A run scores for Gwinnett. But the challenge today is to play a full baseball game without an error. Sydney hasn't done that yet here at AAA, so gotta start somewhere. Here's Kyle Wright, missing wildly. He's got such a slow delivery here. Wright finds the zone. Here it is again, just waiting. I know it's pretty standard, but it just feels like it's taken forever right now. 2-2 from Kyle Wright. On the ground, right past him into center field, a base hit. So Sydney had 100 AA hits before getting called up. Will Sydney get called up before or after his 100th AAA hit? What do you think? They want him to steal here. With Wright's delivery, well, he's from the stretch now. It'll be a different story. But Sydney takes off and he's in. Wasn't the best throw. A better one might have gotten him. Chandler Redmond at the plate. Sydney at second. We gotta get back and do just in time. Slow-mo saves me there. Redmond jammed. I think that's gonna fall in, but I couldn't guarantee it. This is Joshua Baez with a base hit. No, it got backhanded by the second baseman nicely. They get one at second base, runners at the corners now. And he'll find right field grass. Base hit, tie game. A 3-home run immediately follows. And we lead this game 4-1. Bottom 3, runner at first, and Kyle Wright still in the game. Nice pitch there, just below the zone. Strike 1. Inside out to left field. And it lands for a hit. Sydney aboard once again. These games are taking so long because Sydney is just not getting out very often. 2 on here. Chandler Redmond's 1 for 1. Ooh, it gets down the line. An awkward swing, but Redmond's coming away with an RBI single. That ran way inside. I'm not sure how he hit it hard enough to get down the line. So Joshua Baez follows. Sydney here at third base. This is a lot of action on the base paths. And he puts down the bunt. We got to take off then. And he couldn't play it cleanly. Sydney scores, and the fun continues for Memphis. We're probably not getting through as many games in this episode, but they're real good ones. Some fun moments. A tough play here in center. Sydney laying out to make the catch. Well done. Here's a second look. Sydney got a decent jump and didn't give a full dive, but stumbled his way into it. And now he'll take an at-bat here in the 4th inning. It's the 4th? I thought it was just the 4th inning. I guess not. It's 6-1. Bases loaded, 2 down. Outside, ball 1. That's a strike called top of the zone. Jared Robinson is the pitcher. And he misses again. Chopped up the middle. A slow one. Sydney will not get there. Nice barehanded play. But already a 6-1 ball game. Looks like they're starting to come back here, though, in the 6th inning. It's now 6-3, bases loaded. And that's a fly ball into center. Sidney setting up, and he's going to throw home this time. And that was kind of pathetic, honestly, but a run scores. Gwinnett gets a few runs back, but that is all, and Memphis wins once again. And I've really enjoyed seeing the hitters behind Sidney be productive and actually advance him. I feel like that was a struggle at AA. Just, it felt like he wasn't scoring very much.
When players start producing, especially early in their career, fans can't help but compare them to MLB stars of the past and present, trying to get a comp. Ken Griffey Jr., the Hall of Famer, joins me. Ken, how hard is it to compare and predict who these players could become?
Well, it's still hard to compare people. Compare, eras, decades, even your contemporaries. You still can't compare. Growing up, I wanted to be like my dad. At age 12, 13, he sat me down. He said, "You're going to be bigger, stronger than me. You're going to hit more home runs." And at that time, I didn't believe him. I still went out there and played my game, patterned my game after his. And all of a sudden, I get 23, 24, and I started hitting the ball out the ballpark at a more frequent rate. And he just looked at me and started laughing. So it's hard to compare or predict what these kids are going to be. But you try to give an idea of somewhere of what they can be, but it's still hard to do.
Here we are again talking about fielding. It always comes back to it. Yeah, the fielding has not been very good. But that was a fun episode with Sidney. Got to have our AAA debut. Got to have the Futures game moments. Here are the brief stats here 3 games into his time at AAA. Already 5 hits and 11 trips. 1 triple, no home runs quite yet. But Sidney will be back again here soon to continue games at AAA. Let's just take a look at how much of the season is left. We are late July, and the AAA season ends basically end of September. So 2 months and change to go through some more games. Not expecting a call up to the big leagues. Just really want to focus on nailing down some of these ratings and attributes so that maybe the chance next year is a bit better. There is a ratings update, though, for Sidney, playing with 73 power versus righties, 70 versus lefties. The fielding is only at 42. That has to get much better. And I'm spending a lot of the training on that right now. But I hope you're enjoying the episodes. It's been a lot of fun to this point, and there's more on the way. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.